Hey, welcome back to Earthy Love Medicine. Today is my first day refeeding myself. I'm about that much into a little baby watermelon. Can you see it? I'm getting really, really full. It's absolutely delicious. I would have rather got the watermelon from the guy from the side of the road. I'm having a lot of feelings and thoughts today. It's very challenging to walk through this for me because I don't want to feel like I'm quitting. So I stopped it for a second. My little girl's watching me. She's really interested in all this. So I love it. And like I said, like I said in my video last night, I didn't want to do prunes. I knew I wasn't going to pass the prune test. I'm not done eliminating. I'm not done cleaning out my body. But mentally, I really needed this break from the juice cleanse. It started to feel disordered to me. I felt like I wasn't working as hard to get the juices in and all that kind of stuff. And this is about cleansing my body and putting things into it that give it life. And I want to do this to the fullest and be excited about it. And I really just started to feel very complacent. I was happy about the fact that I was doing a juice cleanse, but everything became really monotonous, and it was like juice, poop, sleep, repeat. Like it was just, that was my life for 4 months. And I had already started being like that for the 2 months before. So literally I've been going through this healing journey for 6 months. Today it's 6 months. And I've learned so much and I've grown so much. I'm really working through some deep stuff that I'm holding on to, and I need to walk through it. Now, the emotions that I'm having today are that I'm scared that now that I'm eating, that I'm going to sabotage myself. I'm very worried about that. Because it's like, I feel like I'm like opening Pandora's box. Now, it's just like addiction. With addiction, if an alcoholic that had been sober for 15, 20 years went and had a drink, I promise you very soon afterwards, they would be freaking full-blown alcoholic again. And so for me, like, I have that addiction shit going on. And so, I am scared that, since food was an addiction for me, I got flies all over me, you guys. It's gross. Do it. Do your belly flop. Oh my gosh, they're crazy. Oh God. Why would they want to do a belly flop? That hurts. Anyways, addiction. So I don't want to be this person that now that I'm eating, now I'm just going to go buck wild. Go. I can do a real belly flop. Okay, baby, I'm doing this. So I'm really working through a lot of emotion today. I could have eaten hours ago, and it's like, I don't know, what time is it? It's 2:46. So I could have eaten early today, and I did not rush to it. I'm fighting feeling guilty. I'm thinking of all the ways that I'm not fixed yet, and that I shouldn't stop, that I should just keep going. But I know that I need a little bit of a break from it, and then I'm going to go back to it, actually. So trusting myself not to sabotage is a challenge. I want to move forward so badly, and I want to be in like the magic land. Now, what I want to say is that I have more energy than I've had in years. But my life is in disarray around me, and that shows how disordered I've been for so long. And like working through ordering my life back is very challenging. And my husband and I, we're not like struggling to get on a page about that. I think he's kind of there with me. I just think the crossover of like, okay, we're on this page of how this is and how we don't want it to be this way anymore, but then we also have to cross over and like make it different. And some of that is waiting and having patience and being faithful, but some of that is just, starting and doing it. And so for me, that's what I've been working on, is just doing things, and starting. And it's successful, but I feel like I'm like swimming upriver all the time, because it's like mess just keeps creating, and no matter how hard I work, it seems like it just keeps going. And then, you know, and then of course, if you know anything about maintenance, then you're like, you know, maintaining it is the easiest once it's all done. But in my world, because I always have so many, you know, I have 3 kids that live with us. One's about to turn 6 and the other one's about to turn 9. And then I have a 16-year-old boy, and you guys know there's snail trails if anybody has a 16-year-old boy. And you know, I've always had tons of people in my house. I've been taking care of people for freaking like half my life, you know, and I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. And I need to get out of that story and just, you know, it's about taking care of myself. And so I go into those places, I feel like I'm neglecting my family. Like I have all this stuff I'm really, really working through, y'all. And that's what this is really about. So I'm refeeding today to just kind of reconnect with life and this body for a while. And then I feel like fasting will now be a way of life for me. I did 11 years ago, I had an incredible spiritual awakening. And during that time, I was doing a lot of fasting. Now, it wasn't juice fasting because I didn't even know really anything about that then. I was more doing it for spiritual purposes because I was going through a lot of things. And I know that fasting helps you break through. So, you know, for about a year, or maybe even a little over a year, I started out doing like major fasting, and then I did little fasts throughout the year, and my life always benefited from it. But I never took it to this place where I use fasting as a health thing. I think we've always been discouraged for something like that, like it's disordered eating. And so, you know, doing it as a juice thing, now I realize this is something, I mean, fasting isn't that hard for me. It's something that once I get past that first, like I'm doing this, and then get past the mind where it tries to tell you all the reasons why not. Once I get to that place, I'm solid. So with the juicing, it's, you know, it's going to be even easier because I'm still getting nutrients and I'm still getting energy. So it's really bright out here, and I'm like, you know, squinting. So yeah, I'm really excited about this next month. We're going on vacation, and you know, if you're watching my videos, then you already know that. And you know that my husband's brother's getting married at the end of the month, and how excited I am about it. So I think one of the and today I figured out how I'm going to do my hair for the wedding, because all this short stuff is like, you know, when you cut your hair short, there's always like an ugly stage to growing it out where your hair just never really looks right. So I'm going to like band all this up with some, like, I'm not sure what color bands yet. I may do clear, I may do brown or black or whatever. If I can find blue ones, I may even do it in blue, because we're going to be doing, the wedding is all in like a darker, like navy blue, but it's like a darker navy blue. I don't know, maybe that's royal blue, but it's kind of in between those colors. So I'm really excited about finding a dress. That's my color, y'all. Look at these eyes. Like, once I get makeup on and I got these blues all decorated and my hair all whipped, and, you know, I don't wear heels anymore. I feel like it's like, I don't know. It's just one way of like, I can't explain why I don't wear heels, y'all. I don't wear them anymore. I don't need to be sexy. I don't need to like prop myself up a couple more inches and do all that weird shit to my feet and my legs for me to look sexy. I have great legs anyways, and I used to look fantastic in heels, but I'm 5'10" and my husband's 6'3". I don't really need to be any taller, y'all. So like, anyways, so I'm just really excited about, like, a lot of those people haven't seen me in a long time, and the last time they saw me, I was quite heavy. I think I was about that 280, somewhere between 270 and 285 or so, you know, so I was up there regardless of those like little 15 whatever pounds. So I'm really excited for everybody to see me. And like last year, when we saw his brother and his woman, I was like 35 pounds more than I am right now. So people having to stop the video. Excuse me. Those are my kids. They're crazy. They want to be in the video. And I don't really like recording around them because they're like all up in it the whole time. So it's just them. They're so funny. They're like super animated, and like, you know, they make up little stories all the time and stuff. They're super fun. But they're always trying to be in what I'm doing, of course, because I'm their mom. You all right, buddy? Anyways, my kids. He took in a little bit of water. So, okay. I'm going to try one more time. So I don't even know what I was talking about now. I keep getting interrupted left and right. I also am a property manager, and it's the first, so people keep coming to my door today. So I'm just wanting to, kind of share my refeeding process and the stuff that I've learned so far, and just everything that I've gone through has been worth every moment. I do feel incredibly better. I have a lot of growth to do still, and I have quite a few things that I'd like to break through. I am not done healing at all, so stay tuned for everything that I'm about to bring out, because I just finished a fast, y'all. And anybody who knows anything about fasting knows that fasting breaks through doors, and it breaks through walls, and it breaks through all the barriers. So even though I have not broken through the barriers that I want to, I know that I have set myself up for success to break through all the spiritual barriers. One of the things that I declared this year is that I'm going to break spiritual and generational curses, or I don't want to say generational curses, but generational stuff like alcoholism and drug addiction and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm breaking all that in my family. And one of the things that's really sad in my family is, we don't talk and have relationships, and my mom was like that with her siblings, and so I feel like that's something that has kind of been revealed to me as generational too. The family's not sticking together and talking about each other behind each other's backs and weird stuff like that. And I see my family, as we all get into our mid 40s, almost 50s, we're all kind of like growing up and like coming together. So I'm hoping that that's part of like that, breaking that, because I see, like, I'm not going to reveal my family's personal business, but, family members realizing and never admitting to being alcoholic, and now working on, having that, brought to their attention in a way that is unavoidable and something that they have to work through. So, just amazing stuff is happening. I just feel like my breakthroughs are kind of like slow going, but I feel like they're coming. I'm a little scared of the amount of accountability and responsibility that I have in front of me, but I think I can do it. I'm sure I can. I struggle a lot with walking through day-to-day things and accepting things the way that they are, so that I can walk through them. And so that's something that has come with my mental health stuff. That's something that's come about. So that's something that is kind of shedding away and like revealing the truth of why I'm like that. And, the truth hurts, y'all. And all I got to say, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave this video alone. If you want to grow and you want to change your life and you actually want to be healthy, this is a great thing to do. But I promise you, it is one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. Once you go down a journey where you're really actually taking accountability for who you are and how you feel and what's happening to you, it will change your life. But then it becomes you. Now you're taking the responsibility. So everything that happens to you now, you realize is because of you and your decisions. And that's what has happened. So, it's real accountability, real personal accountability means that you never, ever, ever blame. You take responsibility, and then you walk in the place of everything happens the way that it's supposed to. Everything is exactly the way it's supposed to in that moment, even if it's bullshit. We could not possibly understand in the moment and all that pain what's happening and why it's happening, but eventually it will reveal itself why those things came about. And when you feed the dark, it's harder to see the light in the situation. And so one of my biggest challenges in my life is to see the light in every situation, and even see the dark and acknowledge its presence and acknowledge its existence, like why it's necessary and how it brings lessons out of us, and I just challenge anybody that's watching this video who is obviously interested in doing something about healing themselves. Fucking do that shit. Have some fucking nads. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking do that shit. Don't wait. The best advice I got was just start, and then just go from there. Excuse me, but if you're never willing to be accountable for your own health and your own life and what's happening to you and what's happening in your world, then don't ever go down a road like this, because you won't ever be able to recover from it. I will never be able to undo and unsee all of the things that I have done and seen in the last 6 months of my life, the things that have come out of my body. I'm still not like I was, but I still have parasites coming out, y'all. Like, it's been intense. So this video is getting long. I really am working on not having longer videos. So thank you for coming to Earthy Love Medicine. I'm going to keep going. Please stay tuned, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, all the stuff. Me and my watermelon, we're going to get down. Look, I got most of it here. This is a really small one, so yeah. Thank you guys for coming. Have a good day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. Take care.